everybody, this is Matt with Mule Skinner Transport. Figured I'd better do a intro video before I started any other content or anything. This is my first time ever posting a video. This is the first time I've ever talked to a camera. It feels weird, so hopefully I get used to that. I do RV transport, and I live in southern Colorado. I'm heading to Goshen, Indiana at the moment. I'm actually just east of Kearney, Nebraska on my 30-minute break. Just heating up some noodles and some water. It's about ready. Gonna chow down these noodles and hit the road. I invite you to come with me on the journey and see what RV transport's all about for a new guy. I've only been doing this for 5 months, and I love it. So, like I said, if you're down, let's go for a ride. I'll be back. Bye. Good morning. Yeah, I didn't get any video when I pulled in to Des Moines here last night. I was exhausted. I ate, crawled in the back of the pickup truck, and went to sleep. It's 1 o'clock in the morning on February 3rd, 2026. And I'm in Des Moines. I'm gonna get up, get my pre-trip inspection done. I really don't want to get out of bed. I got my heated blanket turned on. Got my space heater going. Got the truck warming up. I don't want to get out of bed. I'm pretty comfy right now, but gotta do what you gotta do. Let's get this day started. Good morning. We're on the road, just leaving Des Moines. I overslept a little bit. I didn't want to get out of bed. That heated blanket, that's nice. That's real nice. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning now. I should be to the yard about 8:30. And I just got a notification that Highway 20 in northern Illinois was closed due to treacherous driving conditions. So I'm gonna take Highway 6 over to Napanee, and then right after Napanee I can turn north. I don't know the name of the highway, 33 I believe, and head up to the yard, get hooked up. And if that road's good, I'll just come back that same way. Because last I was here a week ago, and it was -3, and I don't want to do that again. It wasn't horrible. The worst part was the road. It wasn't the cold, it was the roads. But it seems to be there's like, as you're heading into Indiana, it's just the last 50 miles as you're heading east into Indiana. The last 50 miles is just bad. But luckily it's the last 50 miles and not the whole dang trip. So coming out, just hit that 50 miles, get that 50 miles under your belt. And then the roads are clear and dry and the weather's good the rest of the way across the country. So we're just gonna let this truck eat some pavement. We've got about 6.5 hours to our destination here. So we'll catch back with you later. Well, we made it to Indiana. It is 8:30 in the morning here. It's been a long drive. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long drive. Just this morning, I've only been driving 5.5 hours. It's been a long one. So, a little more about me and my history. I'm from Alaska. I was born and raised in Fairbanks. It was negative 65 degrees the day I was born. I am a United States Navy Seabee veteran. I've done just about every kind of construction work you can think of under the sun, from equipment operator to framer, roofer, installation, concrete finisher, everything short of plumbing and electrical. I've never done any of that. Not professionally. I've worked in the oil field in North Dakota for 6 years. I was a derrick hand, the guy that racks back pipe, tripping pipe. If any of you guys know anything about that, let me know. Then I went back, when the oil field shut down, I went back to construction for a few years, and then I got an opportunity to go up to Alaska and be a diver for a 10-inch suction dredge, a gold dredge, a commercial gold operation up in Chicken, Alaska on the South Fork. The following year, I went and worked the open pit mine and started off as a haul truck driver, and then I switched over to feeding the wash plant. From there, I went and worked for an HVAC company in Canyon City, Colorado.
At the traffic circle, take the second exit and stay on US 6 East.
And hurt my back. Ended up having to have back surgery. Double herniated my L5, and that was the end of my construction career. I just can't take that kind of work anymore. I wish I could still do it because that's all I knew. So I found a job with an NEMT, non-emergency medical transportation company in Canyon City. But after taxes and insurance, I was only bringing home like $250 a week. I mean, the insurance, health insurance, was like $1,300 a month. That's more than my mortgage. And it just didn't make sense to stay working there, only bringing home $250 a week. So I'm sitting around on the couch watching YouTube one day, wondering what I'm going to do to make some money. And then I see this YouTube channel suggestion, and started watching it. And he's talking about RV transport. Get paid to travel the country and deliver RVs. And I started watching a few of his videos, and I found some other YouTube content creators that did RV transport. And I started just binging that for about 3 months, and then I finally decided that's what I'm going to do. And last October 7th, 2025, I went to orientation, and here I am 5 months later, still doing it, still loving it. And I'm thinking about making this channel more of a vlog, like my daily, what I do in a day type things, whether it be maintenance or thoughts on the road, or pick up, drop off RVs, cooking on the road. But I'm also an avid gardener, so there might be a few little things about my garden in there too. So, and the chickens and the other critters and our adventures, hunting, fishing, and prospecting. So if you're interested, once again, I invite you to come along, see what this is all about. See what kind of shenanigans we can get into. Currently, I am 1 hour from the yard, according to the old Googles. So, that's my plans. If you have any suggestions on videos I could do, leave them in the comments and I'll go through them. I'm thinking, I don't know, hooking up weight distribution hitch, hooking up fifth wheels. I don't know. I'm new to this. This is my very first video. So I'm just kind of winging it. Hanging on by a thought and a prayer, you know what I mean? So we'll catch you at the yard in about an hour. Bye. Okay, so that was interesting. I didn't do any filming of the yard because it was an absolute madhouse. I've never seen the yard that busy before. There was people hauling RVs in to the yard, just one right after the other. Boom, boom, boom. It was just high flow, a lot of traffic. There must have been 9, 10 transport drivers hooking up at the same time. So I decided to just hook up, do my thing, get out of there as fast as I could. I've got 3.5 hours left in my drive time. We'll see how far we can get. I have not heard if Highway 20, the north side of Goshen, Elkhart area is open yet, so I'm going to take Highway 6 back to 80 through Napanee. And yeah, we'll see how far I can get in the next 3.5 hours. So sorry about the lack of footage there hooking up, but yeah, it was crazy. So we'll get going here, see how far we can go. Okay, well, this is as far as I'm going to make it tonight. I am at a rest area just west of Joliet, Illinois. It's what time is it? It is 1:35. I stopped about half an hour ago. So about 11 o'clock tonight, I'm going to take off again and just drive all night long. And in the meantime, heating up my Mountain House cheesy beef enchilada. That's going to be dinner. Oh, and since we're going healthy, 0 sugar Pepsi and diet taco flavored chips. Yeah, this is not the greatest of health foods, meals, but hey, you know what? It's gonna fill me up. I'm gonna sleep good, and I'm gonna get up ready to roll. So, I don't know if I'm gonna turn the camera on at 11 o'clock tonight when I hit the road. It's gonna be dark anyways. You won't be able to see me in the cab. So, yeah, I'm gonna eat, go to bed, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. Just making some coffee. Water kettle's nice to have. So, I didn't leave at 11 o'clock last night like I was planning. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 hours later. We can't make Colorado, well, we can't make delivery today anyway, so I didn't see the point of pushing it. So, we're gonna take it easy today, save some fuel. We're not in a hurry. Like I said, we can't make delivery anyways in Fountain, Colorado, so we're going to, I decided to get some extra sleep instead of pushing really, really hard. So, Let's see how far we get today. I think we'll get almost to the Colorado border. I'm thinking Ogallala. Ogallala is where I'm aiming for. And if any of my Lonesome Dove fans out there recognize that name, Ogallala. So that's where we're headed to today. I'm gonna get my French press finished up here and get my coffee and all that and hit the road. We'll see you in a bit. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We just crossed the Mississippi River into Iowa. And right in the middle of the bridge, my check engine light come on. I think it's yelling at me to change my oil. I didn't reset the thing the last time I changed it, so it thinks the oil's bad. It goes off a timer of some sort. I imagine because I just changed the oil a week ago. So yeah, we're in Iowa. I'm hoping to make it to Grand Island, Nebraska. Open around 10, 11 o'clock. Because that's the cheapest fuel between Indiana and Colorado. It was $2.89 a gallon when I checked on the Fuel Book app. That's another thing with this job, that fuel discounts are pretty good. Without the fuel discounts, I'd be paying $3.45, $3.55 a gallon. But with the discounts, you know, the average discount is like 82 cents off per gallon, so that's pretty good savings. That helps out a lot. You just couldn't be very profitable doing this if you're paying pump, advertised pump prices. That's just crazy. But that old ancient proverb, the truck no go, you make no dough. Keep the wheels spinning. Well, I don't know, maybe I was just bored. Needed somebody to talk to. There's nobody up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so we'll keep on trucking. See how far we get today. Making good fuel mileage. Let's see, what was I getting on fuel? I'm only doing 65. Because, like I said earlier, I'm not in a hurry. I can't make it today anyways. I'm getting 12.9 pulling this trailer. It's just a 24-foot fifth wheel. It's just a little guy. It doesn't weigh anything. I think it weighed out at 10,000. So it doesn't weigh anything. It's short, compact. So I'm getting really good fuel mileage for this thing. So I'm happy with that. But we'll catch you on down the road. Okay, well, here we are. Just crossed into Kansas. Found this little rest area with a park. And it is super windy. But pretty nice. Got a bench to do stuff on a bench. Places to sit. They got grills out here. There they are over there. There's a grill over there. I don't know if you can see that. But pretty nice place. I'm gonna hang out here tonight. Cooking up my my SpaghettiOs right now. See, just a little cougar, little 24-foot gooseneck, or not gooseneck, Oh, I'm tired. Fifth wheel. Cougar. I've hauled goosenecks my whole life, so once in a while I slip up and say gooseneck on accident. Let's get back in the truck. It's actually kind of chilly out here. Oh, like I said, I was heating up my SpaghettiOs. My can's too big to fit in there standing up, so I just poke a little hole in the top, lay it in there, and it heats more evenly that way too. Oh, bed in the back of the truck, Cows and Campers t-shirt. So I guess there's some rattling in my phone when I have it on the phone mount here, so until I get a new phone or figure out how to fix that, I guess I'll just hold my camera. So let's give you guys an update. I'm 4 hours from delivery in Fountain, Colorado. So let's see, it is 2:14 right now. I stopped here about 1:30. I'm gonna sleep until about 5 a.m. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna be here a good 14 hours because there's no point in going all the way to the drop-off and then just sitting there for 6 hours waiting for them to open. I could start driving at midnight if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna start driving at 5. That'll get me there right when they open. Yeah, they open at 9. Check-in's at 9. So, well, that reminds me, I gotta give them a call, give them a heads up, let them know I'm gonna be there. So I better get that done and eat some dinner, and we'll catch up with you guys here about 5 a.m. Thursday morning. We'll see you. Good morning. I slept pretty good at that rest stop last night, just south of Kearney, Nebraska. Wasn't too bad. Woke up this morning, there was another RV transport driver behind me and a semi truck in front of me, and it was just us three in that whole place. Had the whole thing to ourselves. Pretty nice. I left there around 3:15 this morning. It's 6:45 now. February 5th, Thursday. I'm going to have this thing dropped off here in I'll be at the drop-off location at Windish RV in Fountain in about 45 minutes. I was driving along here, and all of a sudden I saw a red light come on my dash, and so my fuel was low. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to turn my fuel tank on this morning. Let it stop, turn on my bulk fuel tank. I just turned it on all the way, full bore, and it should be full by the time I get home. If I start the day at a quarter of a tank, and I just turn that bulk tank on all the way, I can drive all day long, and at the end of the day, have 3/4 of a tank in my truck, which holds 50 gallons, and an empty bulk tank, which holds 91 gallons. So I burn about 50 gallons a day. I don't ever put 91 gallons in that bulk tank. The most I've ever been able to fit in there was 75. I'm burning about 50 gallons a day, and I'm not sad about that. That's pretty good. You know, I'm driving 700 to 730 miles a day at 9-10 miles per gallon. Which doesn't math out very well. Anyway, 50-60 gallons a day, somewhere in there. I've never actually calculated it out perfectly, but it's in that ballpark. I'm a ballparker. So we'll be at the drop off here in about, like I said, 45 minutes. I'll try to get some video of that. I've never been to this place before, so this will be a new one for me. I usually go to the Camping World just north of there, but and they're easy. We'll see how it goes, and after that I gotta drop by my brother's house to pick up the steel ramp so I can get the front of this truck lifted up high enough to change the oil, because with my massive pecs I can't fit underneath this truck. I just can't physically get underneath there. So I gotta raise the front end up about 6 inches to fit. Get the oil changed, top off the fluids, and then we'll do a 34-hour reset, and then we're probably gonna head right back up to Indiana again. Maybe look at the reload board. I don't know, maybe go to Idaho. We'll determine that at a later date. But as far as right now, I'm planning on going back to Indiana. So we'll catch back up with you at the dealership. Alright, here we are pulling up to Windish RV Center. Boy, that sun is bright this morning. I'm not sure exactly where to go. My first time here. This looks like a good spot. All right. Go inside, let them know I'm here. Well, actually, we got half an hour before they open. But get things ready to go. Get my photos and everything, and we'll be back. Okay, here we are at the Windish RV in Fountain, where I got the camper all ready for inspection. I'm just waiting for them to open up. I got about 15 minutes or so. But everything's ready to go. And when they come out, we'll let them do their thing, and then we'll unhook and head home. Okay, well, there wasn't much to see. The lady came out, signed my paperwork, made copies, and handed it right back. She never even looked at the camper. She said, "Have a good day." So I said, "I will. I'm going home." So there was nothing to see. So I'm gonna head back home and get some breakfast. It's 8:30 in the morning now, Thursday. Still, it's gonna be a Thursday for a few more hours yet. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on anything I can do to make these videos more entertaining, videography, suggestions of any sort to help me out, I would appreciate that, because like I said, I'm new at this and I want to do a good job. I want to do a good job for you. Just thoughts. A lot going on. I'm gonna go home, get some maintenance done, and like I said, do my reset, and then I'm gonna try to head right back out again, because if the wheels aren't turning, you aren't earning. Man, That's how that old ancient proverb goes. Wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning. Something like that, right? So, oh, I'm going to get a new phone today too. And hopefully that fixes whatever rattling is in some of these videos. I know that gets annoying, and I'm sorry about that, but I'll do my best to get that fixed. I'll have a few days to get the apps all switched over to the new phone and everything. I'm not even sure how to do that. I'm gonna have to call the office and see what I need to do to get the Motive app and the Fuel Book app and the other apps I need swapped over, because when we did orientation, they ran us through all that. We set up all the maps in like 10 minutes. They gave us all the passcodes and everything. I didn't have time to write nothing down because they would have been on to the next passcode for the next app if I would have stopped and waited to take the time and write stuff down. And it's been 5 months since I've been to orientation, so I don't know any of that information anymore. I'm gonna have to get a hold of them, get that. But we're gonna head on home. When I get home, I will break down the numbers, miles driven, miles per gallon, average for the whole trip, there and back, and then how much I spent on fuel, how much I billed, and how much I actually put in the bank. So I'll go through all that when I get to the house and get truck pulled in my shop, kind of clear my head a little bit, and then we'll go from there. So we'll see you in just a second. Bye. Okay, got the ramps from my brother's house. Let me get some numbers worked up. I'll be right back. So this is the part I don't want to do, but I think is important. It's the numbers. Round trip from my house to Indiana to the drop off to my house, 2,400 miles. Just shy. I rounded up. Loaded, I averaged 9.6 miles per gallon. Overall, empty there, loaded back, I averaged 12.5 miles per gallon. Unloaded, I usually average 18 to 20. Depends on where I'm at in the country, the elevation, and all that. So I don't really go off of that. I go off overall, because that's what really matters in the end. This load paid $1,887.80. Fuel out there cost me $293.34. Fuel coming back cost me $209.33. Now it cost me less coming back because I had a lot of excess fuel when I got there. I used that to get a good portion of the way back. So I spent $502.67 on fuel for this round trip from my house to Indiana to drop off back to my house in southern Colorado. Maintenance. I found a guy or a website, Doc's Diesel. I can get 2 fuel filters and my oil filter for $150.65 delivered to my house. 3 gallons of oil cost $65. So maintenance for the month, isn't every month, but I factor it in for every month. $215 for maintenance. That's oil filters, fuel filters, oil change, everything. So after the $502.67 in fuel and the $215 in maintenance, I put in the bank account in the last 3.5 days $1,169.48. So that's the raw numbers. I'm not going to get into what about your truck payment, your insurance, and I'm not going to get into things that are variable because everybody's situation is different. My situation is different than your situation. So, some people have a truck payment, some people don't. Some people are paying $1,800 a month for a truck payment. Some people are only paying $1,000 a month for truck payment. Some people less than that. So that's all going to be situationally dependent on you and where you're at financially. And so I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to stick with what I got paid, what it cost me, and I'll include food, fuel, and maintenance. At least fuel and maintenance in every single month, because a lot of times I pack my own food. I don't really, I live on ramen noodles and peanut butter and jelly when I'm on the road, so I don't have really a fuel or a food expense unless I get a hankering for a burger or something, or maybe treat myself once in a while, but for the most part, food is not in my running costs. I just take whatever's in the house, whatever's handy. So those are the numbers. And it's going to be different for everybody. It's going to be different for you. Like I said, everybody's situation is just different. So I'm just going to stick with, like I said, what it cost for that trip, what I made on that trip, and nothing else. So, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be getting a new cell phone tomorrow, and hopefully the video quality and that little chatter that is in some of the videos when the camera's on my dash mount, hopefully that goes away. If not, I'll have to figure out something else. And probably do a mic, something like that. If you guys got any other suggestions, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to make that happen. For now, I'm going to go take a nap, and then tomorrow will be maintenance day and a new cell phone, and get the truck ready for the next trip. And hopefully, see, it's Thursday right now, hopefully leave Sunday morning, maybe Monday. I'm not sure just yet. I might take a few days off. I'm pretty tired. So with that, I guess sign off. Mule Skinner out.